what exactly will the troops be doing in Iraq? Because people thought, the president said we want to bring our troops home. They're moving over to Iraq instead.
Yeah, so now, according to the U.S. Defense Secretary, the troops will work to defend Iraq. But we're also learning for the first time what the new fight against ISIS could look like. U.S. forces are withdrawing from northern Syria.
The current game plan is for those forces to reposition into western Iraq. We're talking weeks, not days.
Defense Secretary Mark Esper says the U.S. will be able to fight ISIS in Syria from Iraq.
2 missions. One is to help defend Iraq, and 2 is to perform a counter-ISIS mission as we sort through the next steps.
President Trump's top advisors say the administration is working to bring them home.
The quickest way to get them out of danger was to get them into Iraq.
Now the president believes we've accomplished a significant part of our mission, and he wants our folks to come home.
But the president's order has drawn bipartisan criticism in Congress.
It's pretty clear he's not bringing home the troops. He's just moving them to other parts of the Middle East.
Lawmakers are concerned about the power vacuum left behind.
Iran, Russia, Turkey, they're playing chess, and unfortunately, this administration is playing checkers.
General Tony Thomas retired earlier this year as the head of U.S. Special Operations Command. He's concerned ISIS could return in the absence of a U.S. presence.
We've done nothing to knock down the ideology, and I think they'll see this as certainly a respite, if not an opportunity to have a resurgence.
The New York Times is reporting that President Trump is now considering leaving about 200 U.S. troops in eastern Syria as part of the battle against ISIS and to block the advance of Russian and Syrian forces.
Okay, so there's this movement over to Iraq, but meanwhile, there's this deadline that's looming. The ceasefire is coming to an end.
Yeah, that U.S. brokered deal between Kurdish forces and Turkey. That ends tomorrow. That deadline ends tomorrow.
Okay, so that is important, but also President Erdogan has a really important meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, Turkey's president is going to meet with Russia's President Vladimir Putin tomorrow as well. Also happening. A lot of deadlines tomorrow.
Yeah, and we know, the Syrian military has